Mike, now you can hear me. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday again. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I so appreciate all of you being here. I hope you've had a lovely past couple of weeks. The energy has been nuts. Okay. So, for a lot of us that are sensitives, um, you've probably been feeling like very anxious, can't sit still, can't sleep, or your sleep is fitful, you're having lots of strange dreams, and it has to do with shifts that are going on with both our astrological atmosphere and the planet itself and what it's going through. Changes in both the Schumann resonance, which is the resonance of the planet itself, um, and coming out of a retrograde and so on. So I hope that all of you are starting to breathe a little easier, things starting to settle down. I know we're coming off of that chaos, so there's still going to be a little bit of cleanup, if you will, to go through. But for myself, let's see. Some of you may know my father, for instance, had been diagnosed with brain cancer. Um, and he actually had misunderstood, we think, what the doctors had told him um, about how things would be after he had surgery if he decided to go ahead with such. Well, he did go through with the surgery. They do believe that they got most of the tumor, but then I get this hectic message from my family saying that, he wasn't able to speak, he was having trouble walking, he was very confused, all kinds of issues going on. It turned out that he was having swelling in the brain in that area. Um, and so they were able to go in and relieve that and put him on some medications to help alleviate that. So that settled things down for him. Things are still up in the air. They're going to have to move him to a facility where he can both get his radiation therapy and um, physical therapy that he needs, um, and have it all be able to be covered by insurance. He is a veteran, and so it's been kind of tricky for my family on that side to figure things out. Then a week and a half ago, I don't know what I was doing. Um, I actually had been feeling fine, and then I had issues with my mid thoracic spine because in February of 2020, I had a step stool in front of my washing machine so that I could stand on it and reach in and be able to reach things in the very bottom. I walked into the room that's next to it, walked back out, forgot the stool was there, and wound up doing a somersault over the top of it and landing with my back up against the dryer that's right next to it. And of course, then everything was closed. So I didn't have it looked at until when I had um, surgery in 2022 on my lower spine. Um, and so, anyway, fast forward last week, don't know what caused it, but it was pinched, and it was probably the worst pain that it's caused me since its inception. Um, Debilitating. I was having to use every method and means that I have been prescribed or used naturally to try to keep the pain level at eye level instead of up here. Um, Finally, the last 2 days, this morning, feeling like, okay, I'm back to my version of normal, um, able to, get back into. I had been wanting to do sort of start spring cleaning, going through so that I could refresh my wards, which are my protections around the house, clear out some of the negative energy, and so on. And so I'm finally feeling like that's getting back to where it should be. But we also got thrown the loop a few days ago, that basically my husband's car blew its brains. Um, there are bearings inside that failed, and it, well, will quote run. It makes an awful noise, and basically they quoted us, and this is a fair quote. It's not they're trying to rip us off. It's just this particular engine for a rebuilt engine, and to have it installed um, would be $11,000. Eek. So my whole body was processing that stress and dealing with the energy and stress coming off my husband, trying to keep things balanced, while all this chaotic solar flare, human resonance energy was off the charts. I did some grounding work, some meditation work. I said, okay, universe, this is more than I can handle. I need you to step in and ask my guides, ask my guardians that on my behalf, could you please intervene and help us find a amicable solution for my husband's car? Now, he has a pickup truck that he can drive, no problem. But this particular car he actually bought in 2019 so that he would have a good vehicle for his candy business. He makes the most amazing peanut brittle, pistachio brittle, so on. That's actually given us quite a lot of financial breathing room. I can't say freedom, but breathing room, that we hadn't had previous to him starting a business. And so, it's kind of integral for him to have this vehicle, as part of his life's work. Well, in the last 24 hours, he has gotten information that um, replacement of the engine may actually be covered because of a recall and issues with this particular part failing. So not only might we be able to get the engine replaced, it might be replaced with a brand new engine and um, not cost us anything. So I'm sending out the good positive energy to the universe and asking that they continue. And as I say that, I get a tone in my right ear, which means yes, that continue to look out for us and help guide us through this turmoil, while we find a solution. So that's kind of been my crazy world of late. Uh, the lady who I have taken classes with, I've spoke about her quite often. Psychic medium Sarah Lamos. Um, she has still got 5 student openings for her Pathways to Spirit class that starts again in April. Now, I'm an alumni. I am actually signed back up because while at this time she doesn't have an advanced class for mediums, she's allowing those of us that have taken the class and want to continue to work with her as a mentor to sign back up. I want to throw that out there because I know there's several of you that are really, hello, Tiger, are really interested in um, developing your gifts, your abilities, and not exactly sure what they are, how to work with them, even though I do talk about a lot of that. Sometimes having a structured class type setting helps us cement that knowledge. And so I just wanted to throw that out there. If you're interested in her classes, um, I would look into it very quickly. You can go to Psychic Medium Sarah Lummis to her webpage and find all the information there. She's also started a TikTok page. So she's got lots of great tidbits of information if you want to check her out there. As well as it's so important right now that we support each other in this community and other communities, whether it be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Um, Even if it's something like, for instance, I may know information or may know the story of already of one of Gemma's like Monday streams. I'll still go back and I will watch it so that she gets credit for the view and give her a thumbs up and a comment if I remember to. I try to remember to because it helps the YouTube algorithm help her reach more people. And the same thing goes for my stream um, and for Ghost Dragon. So, when you're able to go back, even if it's at a later time, and watch those and leave a comment, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down if it's something you don't agree with, fair enough. It still pushes that out to more people to help us kind of grow this community. And it's so greatly appreciated. Um, Gemma, as well as myself, we're both offering readings. So I know that, hers are $20, mine are $20 for a 30-minute reading. We both do it a little differently. I am acting more as a medium and a spiritual guide, whereas she's dipping into more of her medium abilities and her psychic abilities in giving you messages to help you through, say, your next week, your job decision, your life decision, and so on. So, you know, certainly all of our information is always in the descriptions on the videos. You can find me on Facebook under Lara Sandlin Bennett, Instagram, same name. Same thing with Gemma Jade. Find her over on Facebook. You can email her, and Ghost Dragons will make sure that that's in the descriptions of the videos and set up a reading. Give us an opportunity to work with you and allow us to help you on your journeys as well. This evening, I am going to pull out my candle and my sage, and I actually think the Palo Santo is what we need for tonight. So let me pull this just a little bit closer, so I apologize. This is going to shake just a little bit. I realized it didn't quite send it close enough. There we go. Right there. Now I can see you a little better too. So with us starting to feel spring, even though it's still a little ways away, um, I think I want to light our candle for new beginnings because spring is all about new beginnings. The table may wiggle, as you can see the tail. Tiger is rubbing her face on the edge of the table, so I apologize for the screen wiggle there. Um, New beginnings, new life with all of us is every moment, is every breath we take. We just don't realize it. Our cells die and are reborn and reproduce every moment of every day. And so, as we think about it in that manner, we can take the opportunity to, one, give thanks to ourselves, to those cells, to our life, and the life of things around us for these new beginnings and new opportunities and new blessings as they come forward. So that's what I'm going to light our candle for. And then I will sage our space and we'll talk a little bit more. So, spring, new beginnings, to life renewed in all its forms. Our guides, our guardians, in love and light only, we thank you. So I've got my little smudge pot here. This has really just become my favorite little piece of pottery that I made. I'm actually looking at my soul sister. I've talked about her a little bit. She and her husband have a kiln that they could fire. Um, this is micaceous clay. So if I hold it right, yeah, you can see all the little flakes of mica in the pot, in the clay. And micaceous clay is extremely sturdy. You can put it directly on flame and it won't break. It won't shatter on you. You can cook. The indigenous here will make them into bean pots and cook in them. That's why I like using my little sage pot, is I know the flames aren't going to hurt it. And so I've been thinking about getting a bag of clay and making smudge pots. If there's any of you gemstones out there that would be interested in something like that, then let me know. Message me. Um, because one, I love, never thought I'd say this, I love getting my hands in the mud and playing. And would love the opportunity to be able to make something for all of you that maybe you could use in your daily rituals, um, your prayers to God, um, to the universe, whatever it might be, and allowing that energy and love that I put into the things that I make um, be spread a little further and into your hands and into your homes. So, if this is something that you'd be interested in, and I can make them all different shapes. Um, I could like put them up on my Facebook, and you guys could let me know which ones you like. Um, I'd appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me know. So now that I've kind of cleared the energy a little bit, and as you can see here, I've got this is Miss Tiger. Hello, Tiger. She is a very sweet little tabby girl who she and her sister Ladybug, the little black one, came to me as fosters when they were 4 weeks old. They'd been taken away from their mama way too soon. Um, but they were very, very sick. And so She's a little developmentally challenged, but just the sweetest, just gentlest little girl. Snaggletooth. She, and we figure it was in part from the malnourishment, um, lost both her upper fangs. And it's actually made her quite funny because she learned very quickly that since she has no upper fangs, she can make faces. And so she learned that, like, if I tell her no, she'll look at me and she'll curl her lip. That's so cute. It's hard to stay mad at. So it's really kind of cool that she's here to join me. Tells me that the energy is really good right now. Let's see. Oh, I pulled out the most recent crystal book that my other teacher, Athena Caracas, created. It's called Crystalpedia, and it's like a coffee table book, right? But the imagery, let's see here, like, she'll have one page that's all kinds of information, and then, beautiful photographs of the different crystals and their meanings. Um, let's see. I had pulled out for all of you some jasper. I've been really enjoying working with jasper. Well, it's a third eye chakra stone, this ocean jasper. I also find it very grounding. And I think it's in part for myself because um, you know, I have a lot of water in my chart, my astrological chart. Being Capricorn, the symbol of Capricorn is the goat that's half fish. I actually find myself drawn to places that have both mountains and ocean. Um, I just love ocean jasper. You can get ocean jasper, and I'm wearing one of my bracelets. Let's see if I can hold it up for you. This is ocean jasper that has been dyed, so it's a really pretty turquoise color. I like the vibration of it. It reminds me of um, the ocean at when it's its clearest, and you just want to kind of almost like a swimming pool, dive in. And so, anyway, I pulled it out. I'm not going to be able to read a lot because I have my vision issues, and that's the only downside to this particular book is that the font is rather small. So I normally would pull out a loop to read. But blue jasper, which this particular piece of ocean jasper has a little bit of everything, is a third eye chakra stone that eliminates negative thinking and nightmares, eases insecurities. It connects you with the sacredness of life and the spiritual wisdom to be found in nature. Okay. Now, this has a lot of brown jasper in it. And brown jasper is an earth star chakra stone that brings physical and emotional stamina while drawing on the energies of the earth for increased vitality. It also helps eliminate toxins from the body and prevents adverse effects from harmful electromagnetic frequencies. So you've got in one stone, because of the blue green and the brown, both the utmost chakra and the base chakra, that it kind of acts as a balancer for all of the chakras in your system, all of those little spinning, swirling energy centers throughout your body. Um, you're about to have a cat quake. She just walked onto the table. I apologize. So it helps you balance all of those little spinning energy centers in your body. And I'm going to wiggle this and see if I can get her to hop down. There we go. I would highly recommend in these times of chaotic energy like we've been through the last few weeks, to think about ocean jasper as a good stone to work with to kind of help bring your body back into balance when you meditate. Um, you can hold it in your hand, you can wear it on your body, sleep with it. It's one that you can sleep with, either on your bedside table or, a small piece under your pillow, just to help kind of keep things or get things back into alignment, energetically as we go through all of that. The other one, I recently got this, and I think it's actually going to need to go to one of you out there. Um, while I look this up, the stone itself is a quartz-based stone, and I'm going to see if I can find it under here. It is golden healer quartz. Now, a while back, I actually gave away a palm stone of golden healer quartz. PQ, and it is really good if you are trying to help bring both energetic healing and physical healing into your body. I work with it fairly regularly, especially when I have um, issues with my fibromyalgia. Actually, even like when I was having back pain, and I find it to be very gentle, and I'm not finding it in here, so I'm going to just channel to you about it. I find it to be a very gentle but supportive healing form of quartz. Okay, and this little angel, one of my classmates, she actually um, is she sells beads and stones. I will often repost when she is having, she does Facebook sales. Okay. But I just felt like I really needed to pick her up. That I think one of our gemstones needs this. So, um, if you feel like you're being called, that you need that balance, that healing, I want you to go into the show notes afterwards and leave me a comment. Um, say, yes, please, or this is something I really need in my life, or even send me a message and tell me, um, deeper information about, what's going on. But, leave that note in the comments, and I'm going to go through over the next couple of weeks. I'll keep going back to this video particularly and reading those comments and asking my guides and my guardians to help me to select one of you. It's not a giveaway. It's a pay it forward. Um, to give this to you, to someone who needs it, as a thank you for being supportive of us and what we do and paying it forward. So, Golden Healer Quartz, again, while it is a quartz based, so it's high vibrational, it can be programmed. So you can hold it in your left hand after you've cleared it and put your right hand, your sending hand, over your receiving hand and focus your energy down through your palms to the stone as to, okay, I'm needing X. What type of healing am I needing? You can program it to that. And so that then becomes, while it's a generalized healing stone, that becomes its main focus. So it could be, okay, this is my go to for when I have back pain. And that I'll hold it and focus on, okay, balancing things out, helping those cells to reform and renew and heal when they need it. You can do that with a stone that's crystal based, quartz crystal based, like Golden Healer. Now, Golden Healer, has iron in it, which is like, oh, nice. I am so glad, and that's a really good one, especially for you to be working with while you are recovering um, from all the things that you've gone through of late. So, same thing. You can clear it with a little selenite. Put it with your selenite, okay? And it's just as simple as what I just did, touching it to it. It's an automatic clearing. Cleanse it with a little bit of sacred smoke. We sage, Palo Santo, even incense with intention. And then program it to the specific type of healing that you're working towards. And work with that when you meditate, when you need that, and it will help you considerably. Ah, yeah. Well, I see. Obviously, timing is everything, and it was that you needed to hear that reminder to be working with your golden healer. With the iron, it's believed that the iron in golden healer quartz, which gives it its gold and red um, tinges, um, works better with our system because of the iron in our blood and thinking on resonance and frequency that it's of the same vibration. Can I say that's true? It's true to me. So it makes sense to me. And by thinking of it in that manner, I'm focusing that positive energy on the idea of working with this stone. So whether you look at it from psychology or from metaphysics, think about golden healer to help you. So again, gemstones, whether you're watching this now or watching this later, I'm I believe it's the 20th. I'm going to look at the date, and in 1 month I'll go back and this will end up going to one of the gemstones. I'll find a way to reach out to you and send this to the one that needs it. Then, lastly, again, working with a quartz-based crystal for the energies that are going on to help us. Good girl. Yes, definitely give it. And it's some people feel that all of your crystals need to be cleansed on a regular basis, whether it's daily, whether it's weekly, monthly, new moon, full moon. Find what resonates to you. This practice and what I do is what resonates for me. It may be that what resonates for you to say, quote, clear an object is to hold it in your hands and say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So do what resonates to you. That is your spiritual path, and I honor that. I have here a very special piece of Tibetan smoky quartz. It's sort of a free-form faceted piece. Again, I got it from this same friend, fellow student. Um, it spoke to me, and for multiple reasons. As as you know, smoky quartz, it's very grounding. It's also a clearing stone as well. Some stones are better at clearing energy than others. You've got selenite, that's it's universally clearing. It'll clear energy, whether it be your own personal aura, stones. I will usually before I stream, I'll use it around my phone. And smoky quartz clears energy to me of what its focused intention is. So whether that focused intention is clearing my own energy, getting, you know, negative ions, negative ick, whatever, bad emotions, illness, clearing that energy off of me, or it's the negative energy of the turmoil that I've been going through. Using it as a focused channeling stone to not only clear those energies, but to channel in what I need to know and what I need to be doing. Um, I've really enjoyed working with smoky quartz, and you can work boat ground. Sometimes when I can't get my words out, I need to ground my energy. And because I've been using this as a channeling stone, I will start channeling. I'll start spinning. And so I need it to hold the ocean jasper and ground my energy a little bit. Um, with the turmoil of everything that's been going on, um, both astrologically, with solar flares, with earth resonance, society as a whole, um, finding that um, something that not only clears my energy, but helps me ground, helps me see the solution with clarity and focus. Working with a smoky quartz point, a channeling stone, and it could be any number of channeling stones. If here's what you're drawn to. Sometimes I may be drawn to labradorite. Sometimes I may be drawn to amethyst. Pay attention to those signs and synchronicities. When, say, for instance, you think, I've been really drawn to amethyst lately, and oh, I keep wanting to pick it up, and I don't know why. Well, maybe you need to work with that stone more often in your meditations, or just carry a piece of it with you as you're going throughout your day to kind of help balance that chakra, or to feel a little more grounded and clear out, balance your energy. Pay attention to those knowings, those um, claircog moments, those clear knowings that we would normally ignore just on pretense because, oh, yeah, it was just a thought. No, it wasn't just a thought. All thoughts happen for a reason. Some of them we choose not to pay attention to. So pay attention to those as you move through your day. I want to, speaking of thoughts and moving through our day, I pulled out my Sacred Forest Oracle deck again. That one again, Science and Synchronicities. I came across it 3 or 4 times as I kept moving things around. It's like, oh, it's here again. I decided to pay attention and pull it out and do a reading for all of the gemstones out there for just the general focus and energy and where we need to go over the next few weeks. Now, before I do that, so that I don't forget, um, I know that Gemma, she's going to be doing her one card oracle readings tomorrow night at 7:15 Eastern Standard Time, and I want to see as many of our gemstones there as possible. Now, while I know that YouTube, we have the super chats, are turned on, they're open. It does help push the algorithm. It helps support Gemma. She right now, she's depending on the finances that she receives from those of you that ask for readings and those of you that support the channel with donations, whether it's through PayPal and those of you that buy her new book. She's got Encounters with People, the Black Eyed Kids, and its companion book both available on Amazon. Go to Gemma Jade on Amazon and think about buying those or putting a review if you haven't already. I'm really enjoying it. Actually, there's a couple of stories I want to go back and reread. Especially Dave Schrader recently gave Gemma a shout out, actually, a couple of nights ago. He was on Spaced Out Radio and gave Gemma's book a shout out. So I thought that was really awesome of him to do so. And so, with that said, you know, I know that financially it's not always possible to put in those donations, the super chats, the stickers, the um, PayPal, what have you. But I do want you all to know that it means the world to Gemma right now with what she's going through financially. And I know that those of you that have supported me in asking for readings, um, it is going to, just kind of put my mind at ease with the turmoil that we're going through. Because at least, yeah, okay, I don't have to pull out of our bank account for if I need a little spending money, whether it's I want a new deck of Oracle cards or I want to, purchase a new crystal to work with to help teach all of you. So thank you and blessings to all of you for doing that. It's greatly appreciated. Now, Stephen has said he's got a lot going on with his family, as many of you know, that he will sort of have to last minute put it out there whether or not he'll be streaming Saturday night. I'm betting he will because he loves um, hanging out with all the gemstones, watching the replays, Gemma's earlier shows, and it's kind of grounding for him as well. I do want to say that if he does, those of you that go, um, keep in mind to support each other. And while there may be times like this where we kind of spill our guts and want to let loose of what has stressed us out, um, remember to also be there and uplift each other. Be there for each other, show kindness to each other, and give space to each other. So, it means a lot. All right, I am going to pull out my deck and tap into the energies for the coming week. Um, actually, will be it. It will be March when I do this again. Though I'm going to talk to Gemma because I want to see if she'd like me to maybe join her for a little bit on whichever stream she ends up doing for her birthday because I love her. I love that girl like she was my own little sister. Um, what she's given me and allowing me to be a part of this community means the world to me. And I'd like to do that for her birthday. I'd like to maybe even read a card for her birthday. See what she says. Um, but that said, what do the guides, the guardians have for us coming up in the next couple of weeks that we need to focus on, that we need to look? Oh, okay. So, yes, you're being chaotic. Apparently, a little bit of chaos is coming our way, but in a good way. Oh, yeah. As I say, in a good way. We have the hummingbird spirit, the spirit of joy. And what was I talking about with spring and new beginnings? And that's one of the earmarks to me and symbols to me of new things coming in, new beginnings is hummingbirds. When I know that when I hear the first hummingbird here, that spring itself is on its way, that life is returning, that the flowers are going to be blooming, that um, there's going to be a little bit of chaos, but it's in a good way because in spring, we get winds here that brings that brings unfortunately for sinuses it brings the pollen, but that pollen seeds the flowers and brings new life and new joy and creates a buzz of new beginnings um, in our world. So yeah, you know, spring's just around the corner. Joy is just around the corner for all of you. Um, before I go, if there are any questions, uh, take a moment to type them all in caps. Stephen will put them up for me to read. But I just want to, again, go back to saying thank you. Thank you for letting me be a part of your community. And a very quick reminder to go out in nature, raise your vibration, send good energy and thoughts out into the universe to help us change the vibration of the planet and bring in a new cycle. I don't care if it's you stand outside and you put your palm on a tree and just close your eyes and focus on thoughts of happiness and joy and love and positivity and what those mean to you. By doing that, by putting your intention into nature, you're going to raise the vibration of the planet. The more we come together and do that, the easier the shift will happen in bringing things forward to a better world. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. That's what I genuinely believe. That by how we think, by how we act, by how we move forward, by putting those energies and vibrations out there with thought and love and kindness, it raises the vibration of everything around us, everything we touch, everything, even the water we drink, the air we breathe. It changes the vibration on a molecular level, on a cellular level, to one of a positive vibration that is healthy, that is healing, that is effective. And I did see that on Edna. Love you, sweetheart. I'm glad you will. It'll be good for you as well as the energy around you to do that. It's a little early, but with that said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to say goodnight to each and every one of you wonderful, gentle souls. And I'm actually going to be talking to a few people and talking to Gemma behind the scenes. There's a couple of folks that I'd like to uh, kind of put the spotlight on in our community that I want you to know about because they too bring forward the love and the light and are trying to make a difference and bring our communities, our paranormal, supernatural, weirdo friend communities together to shift this vibration in a positive way. So I'm going to try to see if I can arrange that. With that said, with love, with light, beauty, and peace, and joy, have a good night, everyone.